Rafiki, when he links up with Simba, to get Simba to go back. What do you remember that scene?
So he finds him, hits him over the head with the coconuts.
Yep. And he said, that hurt. Yes, it does. The past hurts. Yeah. He swings that stick again. What does Simba do?
Ducks. Because he remembers.
He learned.
Yep.
You moved on past it. But if you don't learn from it, if he would have just said, that hurts, and he focused right there, he gets hit again.
You can either
I tell my fighters this all the time.
You can either run from it or face it.
Yeah. I tell my fighters, look, if you're worried about that punch that you just got hit with, you're going to get hit with 2 more.
Right.
The punch already happened, done. How can you stop it? Well, I could defend it. Yep, defend it. Because if you run away, you're going to get put against the ropes of the cage and get smashed.
Yeah. I do think you have to learn from the past, right? Yeah. Like we were talking about that. So you have to focus on it a little to move forward, but you can't sit in it. Uh-oh. You need a pen?
Nope. If you're walking down the sidewalk and you trip right there on that weird spot because it's a different height and you weren't paying attention.
I'm in heels,
Do you walk backwards and then walk forward again and then walk backwards and go forward to learn from that? Or do you walk forward and say, I just got to pay attention. I got to watch. I got to look at where I'm going. But you know what you're doing in that whole process?
Moving forward.
Shit, I'm about to go wait in this place when you dropping the bass in. The beat is like the streets of awaken. I'm making to break my foot off of somebody's ass. I'm waiting for someone to say my name so I can annihilate them. Okay, then everyone was screaming the rape when I was kicking at the gate till it caved in. Belly scraping by, but now I'm paid. Look at the paper I raked and I'm caking like Jay-Z and Drake. And I hate when people say that I ain't killing shit. The game is my playpen. I punch you in the face and end up breaking your break bands. I'm far from Hollywood. I'm posted up at the days in. Even though the industry say I'm the latest sensation. Drop the stuff at the board show. They're coming complacent. Mama saw me on TV with just a bum in the basement. You a Captain Saber, ho. You just be the cake pin. I fuck your baby mama in the ass with a fake pin.
If you ask any man, within reason, right? If I went up to Corey and say, hey, Corey, yo, I won the Powerball. And I'm going to pay you $125,000 a year. Every year for the next 10 years. And all I need you to do is work 5 hours doing video work. The rest of the time, just go to the crib, make sure laundry's done, food's done, make sure we're good. Would you do that? Corey would say, most men don't actually want to work. We just got to do it to get a woman. We can find ways to have fun without money. We understand we needed to live, but we needed to get a woman. We don't expect a woman to go get money.
I like that that's what you're saying. I don't know that I believe that for all men. And that
depending on what their goals are.
You're right.
Like
circle it.
If they want a big mansion together and it takes both of them to work, granted. But you look at any man, you take a high-end attorney, high-end doctor. You think he wants to come home and his wife is working just as much as him? Who's giving him the booty? Who's taking care of the crib? And men never say, I want to be independent. Corey, I want to be an independent man. No, we work our butts off so that we can take on dependence. Ooh. That was dope. That's exactly what we do. We work tirelessly in order to prove our worth to a woman so we can get a woman and have kids so we can take care of them. Why does a woman work? Why would you work hard if you could change things and you could keep your job and build that money and do everything? What do women say all the time? They want to be what?
Taken care of.
No. What? Yeah. Well, yes, but what does a woman want? What are the big women always preaching? I want to be
independent.
independent. Do you know what I mean? Like
they want
They want the best of both worlds, it sounds like to me. They want R. Kelly and Jay-Z at the same time.
I think that independence can also be tied to financial freedom. So, like, they don't want to have to worry.
Worry about what?
I mean, for my situation, you look at where I was financially, I had someone that was working, had every opportunity to make so much money, did make a lot of money at times, and still didn't take care of things, right? So then I needed to be independent, or wanted to be independent, so that I could also provide, instead of being in the roles that I was conflicted in. Ooh, I like this. Here we go.
Because to me, it always stems back to the same thing. For you, where was your dad?
My dad was an alcoholic, but I married my mom is what happened.
It doesn't, I'm not even saying that.
Yeah.
The reason why the dad's important. So I'll just go real personal.
Yeah.
My daughter lives with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
They have been together since she's probably been like 14.
Mm-hmm.
She's now 21. Right?
She didn't live with him when she was 14, right?
No. But my point is that every step of the way, I've had to co-sign him. Before she can go on that first date, he had to come meet me.
Yeah.
He had to look me in my eyes, shake my hand, and I had to talk to him.
Checks and balances.
Yep. When he wants to marry her, he will ask me for her hand in marriage. Mm-hmm. Now, if he was 30-something, 40-something, you're grown-ass people now. Like, I'm a half dead. Like, look, whatever. Right. But the fact they're so young still, right? And I've already told them, like, you should marry my daughter. Like, what are we doing here? But he knows, you come talk to me. Now, I will then have a different conversation with him when he comes to me. It's like, hey, before you go ask her to marry, understand what you're asking for. You're saying, so it's one thing that I put you in the position. And I told him when they were going to move in together, I straight up told him, I'm like, you are now taking on my responsibility. Understand that. Mm-hmm. I am giving you the responsibility, and I no longer have the same responsibility to this woman. She is moving in with you. You are responsible. Yep. And and we just had a scenario where he couldn't go do a fight because his job, after they've already cleared it, would not let him go. And they were unclear whether they would fire him or not. And he said, he just said, Coach, I know Kiara's okay if I lose this job. I know she said she's got me. And like I even offered, I'm like, look, I'll pay your bills for a month. That's how much I believe in not working at a job you don't like. I'll pay your bills for a month. He said, I can't have you do that. And I don't want her laying in bed struggling. Mm-hmm. Do you know how much I looked at him completely different. I'm like, as a coach, I'm mad as hell that my fighter isn't fighting. But as a dad, I am extremely proud. I am happy. My daughter chose right. Mm-hmm. You know why she chose right?
Because she had a dad. Yep.
And that goes all the way back to that. And now what I would tell a woman, right? A young woman mm-hmm. that didn't have a dad is like, why are you giving the booty for free? Why are you laying up with men? Why are you doing mm-hmm. all this? Why aren't, like, to me, a single woman, ooh, Corey, let's see if you agree with me on this one. A single woman should be the most abstinent person in the world until she's put that man through hoops like crazy. Like, you should make that man work for the booty. Because if you give the man booty for free, now you are already obligated. You are already invested. Mm-hmm. You may overlook the flaws of that man.
Yeah.
Because
That
was
makes
he a decent lover at first?
Which one?
Your ex-husband or whatever, like,
Yeah.
was he a decent lover at first?
I mean, yeah, it's okay. It was okay, and then it got better, and then, yeah.
But you were invested, though.
I was invested 100%.
Couldn't overlook those flaws, yo. Now imagine if he knocked it out the box.
It's a little harder.
Yeah, it is. So now you chill.
Mm-hmm.
You wait.
Yeah.
You don't give it up. Like, granted, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, but you see you're not invested. It's easier to walk away.
Yeah.
You can see his flaws a little clearer. There's no fogginess in there. You're not dematized. I'm not going to say the full word, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
I do. Yeah.
And it goes for men too. I don't know. Dad, it always goes back to me, having a father involved.
I think that's huge. And I had a role model in my grandfather. My grandfather was my absolute heart and soul. And when he passed, I extremely, extremely lost, just any amount of gumption, maybe, that I had to leave my ex. Like, it was like, now I have nobody. I have nobody guiding. I have nobody.
I was wondering why you wanted to be. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It just was one of those things. I think for me, I have looked for someone to lead. I've looked for someone to lead because I think I've had to take on the leader role. Oldest sister, family members went through all kinds of different things, and I think I didn't step in and do things like I didn't go get a job, before I was 18 or something like that. But I wanted better and always looked for better. And when I thought I was looking for that in the right places, it was because it felt familiar. And it wasn't healthy. It wasn't where I should have been looking. And I wasn't healed enough. I wasn't far enough out of my experiences to be able to look in the right places, because I didn't even know what those were.
Yep. And it's so crazy. So crazy how parents influence so much. And I've always wondered why you still want a traditional household. Your grandfather.
My grandfather, but more than that, I've always just wanted that stability of, these are my people. Like, I explain it like this, and it's maybe not the best way of doing it, but the mafia type family that's just thick.
No, it makes sense.
It's they're just in it, and always, no matter what.
We got your back.
Fight, we got you.
We'll kill for you.
Yeah. I've never felt like I've had that, because my leading role models in life would flip, or would, I was good one day, but not good enough the next day. You know what I mean? Or pin me against other family members, or lie about something to control the situation, and then make me choose sides sometimes. Or, I would always have to stick up for this person too. So it was it's my mom in the role. My mom didn't have a lot of close relationships, and so kept us close. And you'd think that within that, you'd feel close with your immediate family then, like your sisters and your mom. Especially growing up without a dad, and it's all girls in the family. It was always one of us was the favorite and pinned against the others. So the value there, you lost your value on a daily if you weren't doing or seeing the world how she wanted you to.
Yeah.
And you get to that, in that cycle, and then you find people that make you feel that same way. My ex love bombed me and made me feel amazing. And we got along so well. And people would say, look at how he looks at you. And I'm like, really? Really? And they're like, he just gives you those eyes. And I'm like, they look dead to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's how somebody's supposed to look at you. And with all the love bombing and making me feel good and not having any issues, I thought that was who I was supposed to be with. And the second my mind switched, I remember driving here in Madison. I know the exact spot. I was crossing a lake and I was on the bridge, and I remember going, maybe this is what it's supposed to be. Maybe I'm supposed to feel like this. I'm not thinking about any other guys. I don't want to be with any other guys. This seems like it works. But I didn't have the tools to decode what the things were that I should be looking for versus what I was being told or shown.
You didn't know what you wanted fully yet.
Right. That's true too. Very much. I was very young.
You know, the kind of guy you want is also scary, just to let you know. Because last week you said I'm scary.
You could, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Powerful because they're strong and a leader. Scary because they could hurt me.
Sorry, like, no, we're good. Keep talking.
Scary because they could hurt me.
Yeah. That's a man.
And right.
That's a man.
But isn't that in any relationship?
Yes, but the type of man that you were describing, like the man that you're describing, has less empathy and probably a little less conscious. Now, are they to the degree of me? No. Corey's not to the degree I am. He's not there. I think Corey, if he did something on the side, he might actually feel bad.
Yeah.
And that's a maybe. And I'm basing that off him. Now, no stepfather, no stepmom, no nothing, like different kind of trauma that everybody has. Or different kind of trauma because everybody has different trauma.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about that. For me, I don't feel bad. But I would also probably destroy another human being way worse than Corey would if they threatened mine. Corey may pop him in the mouth, may choke slam them, may defend his life, If someone broke, this is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
If someone broke in your house, Corey, right? Someone broke in your house and you were able to subdue them and stop them, right? You call the police and let it be, right?
What were they in my house to do?
They just tried to rob. Like they.
Oh, yeah.
You were able to take their weapon away. You were able to knock their weapon away. You just hold them at whatever weapon you have. You call the police. You're good. Okay. I'm for sure that dude's probably not walking out of the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I just talked about this doing self-defense yesterday. I take a knife from someone, I take a gun from them. I'm unloading the clip. Just natural instinct. I've taken the gun, you got to go. It's just natural. I've defended myself. I've taken this weapon from you. You got to go. And I have a conceal and carry. Mm-hmm. So if you catch me on a day where I have something and you let me get to it, I'm going to defend myself. Mm-hmm. It's not a problem. I'm not going to feel bad about that. Do you understand? Like, I am to that degree. I'm not going to feel bad. I am going to go to bed peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
Peacefully.
So you're saying the danger comes in because of the extreme.
You choose a man, there's going to be different extremes of that man. Mm-hmm. If he's a good man, right?
Right.
He's going to go to the extreme to protect his family. He's going to go to the extreme to be there and be the best man. And I am saying, I can empathize with Tiger Woods, right? Because only if he was able to go home and still be a good husband, go home and be a good father. But in order to go home and do that, to shut off the darkest sides of him that made him hit the ball as far as he could, squat 800 pounds or whatever the hell it was, and bench press more than any other golfer, he had to get some chicks on the side, I can understand that. He had to do what he had to do.
And your belief is that you're saying that's okay if he was still doing all the things at home. And in my mind, he couldn't possibly be doing all the things at home if that's happening.
That's an interesting argument. I understand your perspective. I know many women that would disagree with you.
I-
They're okay. They don't even want to know. They don't even want to know because their man. Because to some men, it's no different than stopping at a bar and having a glass of whiskey, and then coming home.
That has not been my experience.
I
So
understand
that's where
that.
I think it's.
I understand that. It's just extreme, and
Yeah.
it depends on how that man carries it, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know what'll bother me is what I carry with me, what takes me longer to let go and actually hurts my conscience
Mhm.
and hurts my soul is if I engage in an argument that I understand she's just being emotional. That will bug me for days because I failed as a man. To me, that's
wait.
failing as a man.
You engaged in an argument that you knew she was just being emotional. It
Yep.
wasn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it was over. It doesn't matter. She was just. I'm trying to have a debate and a conversation and a difference of points when the woman's aspect is just emotional, not based on facts. It's just emotions.
Okay. So you're saying you would be upset with yourself if you did that.
Oh, yeah.
But you would respond. How would you respond to that?
I would play that over and over in my head and remind myself not to and then apologize and say, look, this is on me because you're allowed to have whatever emotion you want. You're allowed to have whatever opinion you want. Once you started getting heated or bothered by it, I should have disengaged instead of engaging in this conversation. And it's not even being defensive. It's just being okay. I'm okay with debating someone.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I can have, Corey and I can have different points. We do. He likes Nas, I like Jay-Z. We can have a full-blown, he can get mad. We can have a full-blown conversation. As long as he doesn't raise his voice, I can disagree with him for the next 5 hours. I'm okay with having a difference of opinion. That's what I'm used to with men.
Emotional maturity.
Yeah, where we can have a full-out disagreement. No one raises their voice because you might get smacked in the mouth. No one says anything too disrespectful. Now, if I'm with my boy, like Corey's like, I consider Corey one of my boys. So if Corey's like, man, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. Shut the fuck up. I don't look at that as disrespectful. That's one of my guys. Now, if he say, man, fuck, shut the, like, that's different. Now I'm like, Corey, chill out because I don't want to have to smack you inside your mouth. Like, there's a difference in tone, right? There's a difference. But a man doesn't typically do that because you might get smacked in the mouth.
Repercussions.
Yep.
Sorry.
And so it beats me up because I'm engaging with this and it's just upsetting. It would upset her more. And now I'm like, I'm literally in my mind, I'm like, later on, I'm like, I just had an argument with a child in some ways because everything was emotional. Everything. That's like I can't have a debate with someone who's emotional. I would never argue with my kids if they're being emotional. It's like, take a breath. Let's talk about this when you have the capabilities to have a logical thought process where you're not getting so emotional. When you can express your emotions without frustration and anger.
I think that's a skill that would have to be developed. We're on and off.
Yeah, over time.
And I think that comes with fighting, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying that would bug me more. That's going to bother me, and none of the other stuff would. Because
where does that come from? Why would that bother you more, though? For you personally?
Because now I feel like I'm failing. I just messed up as a man.
I was just going to say, is that a typical male response, or is that just?
I don't know for most men, but that bothers me. I don't want to fail as a man. It's important that I show up as a man. It's important that I don't fail.
Well, and that's where, like last week, you were talking about all those different, what were they? I wrote, so you were telling me, you said I put respect, stability, courage, leadership, purpose, strength, direction, conviction, morals, openness, empathy, respect for himself and others, and accountability. And I think so many of those you had tied into certain words as a man that meant something to you.
Mhm.
And for me, I label them out and I call them different things. But for you, when I was saying leadership, I think you connected that with like your purpose and your direction, because that's how you lead, right?
Mhm.
So when you're communicating with someone and you're thinking, you're saying, even in me saying, well, leadership's really important. Leadership means something different to me than what it does to you.
Yes.
So it has to be broken down. And so that respect part of it through the communication and being there to say, okay, what does that mean to you then? And genuinely listening and caring, right? So in this room of all men that were here, I think we had 3 men last time and me. And so I'm sitting here going, y'all really think this? This is how you like, so I'm taking notes. And as I'm in there going, okay, if that's how the male brain works and you're all in agreement and going this direction, it isn't just your responsibility to communicate with us. It's our responsibility to learn
Yes.
how to communicate with you. And I think that's
Bars.
how do you best communicate with your partner?
Though you just hit the nail on the head. It's understanding a different point of
Mhm.
view. And it goes back to, remember when I said you're painting a picture in your head and all your responses are based on that?
Mhm.
I never understood that until like my wife told me to read. She never tells me to read another book now, because both books she had me read usually come back to bite her in the butt usually, because I'm like, wait a minute, in this book they talked about this and this is how you properly communicate feelings like a therapist and da 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 da. But
Mhm.
in this book Brene Brown talked about, so if so tell
But you're making her better too then. So you're both adding to that. Like,
that's the goal, right?
yeah,
That's the goal.
yeah.
So
Which
say
is
something,
awesome.
say something about me, please, so I could paint this, so I could do this.
So in what like
It doesn't matter.
nice
It doesn't matter. Keep it neutral or positive.
I think what you're doing to help the youth with your gym is wonderful.
Now, if I didn't think you were being genuine and that's the picture I paint in my head, or if your facial expression showed me that what I pictured isn't someone being genuine, I could take that as you're being, I should then say properly, I should say, okay, the picture I'm painting in my head from what I've seen was that I feel as if I'm being lied to.
That you were being condescending or that you were being.
Do you notice I didn't point my finger once at you?
Mhm.
And now we get to have a different conversation. Now, if I say leadership to me means having a purpose, because how can I lead you anywhere?
Right.
Whether I'm leading from the back or the front, I can't lead you anywhere if I don't have a general idea of where I'm going. Right? Even if it's take care of my family.
Right.
So that's what it means to me. And you're like, you're wrong. No, it's not.
I need you to do X, Y, Z.
You leave me no outs other than stop engaging, or now I have to explain my point. And the issue is, if I start explaining, you will think I'm doing what?
Being defensive.
When yes, you're right. I'm defending my point. Mainly, to me, I'm not defending my point. I'm trying to explain my point because you're telling me I'm wrong.
And stepping back to listen then. So if you're in the relationship to be in the relationship and you're stepping back then and you're taking that broader scope, that's when the questions have to be asked. And it can't be met with defensiveness from either side. You will lose every single time when that's the case.
Please let me know how many women you know do that right off the bat.
I'm guilty of it. 100%. It becomes an automatic response when you've been met with it before from 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 a gentleman especially, because I think women are always in the defense, feeling like you had said in one of your podcasts that you're always ready to fight. As a man, you are always ready to fight. As a woman, I'm always looking around. Who's going to attack? So I'm already on the defense and feeling like it's going to become an attack because I have been in that survival mode. So when you are with someone and they take you to a level of safety and security, and you don't have to feel that, you can let your shoulders down and you can feel like, I'm going to be taken care of and I'm going to be respected, without them having to say that or prove that on the daily, because they've already just shown up and done it.
Yeah. But to me, that's important that women do that every day, because if we're not even together, feel that safety net.
Oh, yeah.
Because now let's say we're not together. You're not with Corey. Do you feel safe right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say we are together. Tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning and you all of a sudden don't feel safe, and it has nothing to do with me, but now your reactions are based on that, because the pictures in your mind are based on that, because now you feel different. Or you painted a picture in your head based on something I said. I'm like, this coffee tastes weird today. I'm just making something up, because in my household, I make the coffee. So if I'm like, this coffee tastes weird, but you made the coffee. If you instantly paint in your head, he doesn't like the way I make coffee. He doesn't like me. You don't feel safe. And now every interaction after that, you don't feel safe and secure in your own relationship and yourself. All because you just didn't communicate. Wait, the picture I'm painting in my head is that I'm not good at making coffee. Wait, what? No, that's not what I meant. No. Just, I didn't put enough brown sugar in here, or I didn't put enough milk in here. I didn't do enough on my, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
It's
Honey,
me.
I'm sorry. I messed this up. Has nothing to do with you.
And that's where I think that emotional maturity and then the communication. I immediately, when you're saying that, I'm not sitting here being reactive. I'm going, I need to ask questions, right? Did I make this coffee? Did you make this coffee? Did we buy the right creamer? Did we have the right kind of sugar? Do you want me to get something different? Would you like this?
You're still doing it, though. You're still putting it all on you.
I'm asking, I said we. Did we buy the right creamer?
If we went to the store together.
Right.
And my point in saying that is that this is why I said men emotionally mature more than women after a certain age. I believe women are more emotionally mature up to a certain age. And then at some point, they don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing that requires you to express yourself. Do you need to express yourself to get a man's attention emotionally? No, you don't have to explain anything emotionally. You don't have to ask questions. Matter of fact, once you start hitting the dating pool, it's men coming to you and talking to you and engaging with you. Men have to learn how to ask questions. Men have to learn how to communicate. We have to learn how to communicate with each other. Now, it may not be the same, right? But before I go smack someone in the mouth, I got to check some things, right? I got to go talk to them. We should have a dialogue of some kind. Like, we communicate differently for sure. But if a woman says, because we do it too, we problem solve. The difference is that we don't get, I don't want to say all men, but I know me, so I'll speak on me. If you tell me, the coffee tastes weird, I'm like, oh, really? What does it taste like? Yeah. I'm trying to solve the problem. Yeah. The actual, I didn't put anything on me yet. I just want to know why it tastes, what tastes different about it? It just tastes bitter. Huh. I wonder if something's wrong with the pot. Like, let me check the water real quick. Like, I'm going through every little item because I know I didn't change anything. Yeah. I put the same amount of scoops, the same amount of water. So I'm problem solving the issue. I haven't blamed myself.
Right. I think in that, I don't know that I'm blaming myself when I'm taking accountability, but I'm trying to help.
And any man would be good with that unless it causes you to react and get in your feelings like you're failing.
Okay.
Like you're not meeting expectations that I haven't even put on you.
Right. And over time, if it was constantly like that, that would be a thing. Yeah. And I can see that.
That's how a lot of, like, that's what's going on in the relationship world right now. And men have to learn how to communicate with women differently.
I think men are wanting to connect more too on an emotional level in some regards. To have, they don't want just the basic sex need met. They want something more than that a lot of times. I think that there are men that are reaching out to me that, wanted or not wanted, they're not just wanting a physical relationship. They're wanting connection.
Yeah, we may want a connection, but it looks different.
What does that mean?
We want to make you ours. You're mine. I want to sleep with you. I want to be able to talk to you. You're a cool person. So like, say I want to talk to you, right? You fit my mode for a woman I want to be with. That's what they're thinking. Would they talk to you the same way they talk to their boys?
No.
So I don't want that emotional connection with you like that. I don't want you to be you're going to be my best friend in a different realm. You're not going to be my best friend in the same way that Corey's like one of my best friends. Because I could talk to Corey about anything. I could talk about my relationship. I could talk about sex. I could talk about sports, music, fighting. I could talk about anything with Corey. I can't come home and talk to you about anything. I can't come home and say, man, I seen this chick with a fat ass. She was ridiculous. This shit was fat. It was like boing. And then turn around and say, yo, and this
Hop in bed with me.
And this game,
that's not gonna work.
The basketball game that happened, like, I can't talk to you about all those same things. And I'm not saying it's just that simple.
Right.
But like this is what men see when they see you. Let me just be honest.
I mean,
they see everything that I have felt from you since seeing you at my class reunion.
Yeah.
Has been straight feminine energy. If I was single, that scent, I'm a fucking wolf. So that scent is like oh, that's a woman, right? I can recognize that.
Yeah.
So when you're around men or even boys, it's a great scent to boys. You want to nurture a man. You want to be there for a man. You're soft spoken. You have these eyes that have doe eyes. You have doe eyes.
Thanks, I guess.
Yes. No. You
want that, right?
Yeah. It's like, well, if I'm hunting something, if better yet, it's not a hunt. If I want something softer, I'm gonna want doe eyes in comparison to, I don't want a lion.
Right.
A lioness looks softer than a lion, right? So it's all these qualities.
Intensified.
Yeah. You bring all these qualities, right?
I do.
And I'm telling you, that's what they see. So they want to connect with you. Now, can I go up to you and say, look, I think we should start smashing and see where it goes from there? Does that get me in your pants?
No. It would take more than that. For sure. And women need more than that. And that's why when a woman cheats, it is different than a man.
I'm going to build a connection with you.
Right. To get your ultimate, what you want. Not because you want the connection.
And it doesn't mean that's all they want. But trust me, they want it. But a guy doesn't even know. It's the funniest thing I ever heard. It was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I forget who said it, or maybe it was a comedian who said it, and then he talked about it on the podcast. Men don't even know. A man can't even know if he likes a woman until after they're done with sex. After I'm done,
You
then-
think that you know before that you're interested, but you don't know that you want that.
Yep. As
until
soon as
after.
we're done, I'll know. I'll
Okay.
know then. And that's why women say, oh, he's just a dog. He lied to me. He said he liked you. He said he liked me. He probably did.
Until.
He liked everything. He was able to overlook everything
Okay.
until he's done. And then he's looking at you like, oh, man, she talks too much, or she's this, or I can't stand this voice, or I can't say. Like Chris Rock talks about it. He's like, look, he was like, all you got to do is travel and have sex. Coming and going. Coming and going. He words it just like that. He was like, because you knew she couldn't cook, but she licked your balls, so you were okay with it. You knew that he wasn't but he ate your, right. Like, sex is the ultimate cure. If you are able to have great sex, you overlook everything.
But
and in a marriage, that's important. Now, if it fails, too bad. Right?
Yeah.
If he's failing, you don't have sex with them, or you don't want to have sex with them, even if he's great. If he's the greatest lover you ever had, it's going to run its course.
And that's what I was just going to say. When does that point, what are the boundaries then for that? Like how far can sex take you in a relationship that
you
has
still
so
got
many other things?
You still got to build it. But a guy, I'm telling you right now, a guy doesn't know if he really likes a woman. Oh, I really like her. I really like her. She's awesome. She's this, she's that, she's that. 6 months later, man, she's annoying as he got his, and now he's able to see the flaws. He's able to see past everything, clarity.
Which is why. So part of that then, when you're saying women shouldn't give it up, right?
Get a ring on that finger, because, man, that man ain't divorcing you. That's how it used to be back in the day.
Then how do you know if they really want to be with you?
Because most real men will honor their commitments. And they'll make it work because they want to be a good man. Because they've already gone this far with you.
Mm-hmm.
History has proven this. Anne Boleyn, what she did to King Henry. She didn't have sex with this man. She would not let him sniff it until you get a divorce. We must be married. This man went to war with Spain because he divorced his wife, all because he wanted to have more kids. And he could have had more kids on the side. He was having sex with other women. She said, you got to cut off all the concubines. You got to divorce your wife, marry me, and then I'll sleep with you. And then when he did, she kept voicing her opinion on the country. And he was like, shut up. I don't want to hear it anymore.
So wasn't happy with what
she kept pushing the issue, and she didn't realize the game and change it. The reason why, I believe I've talked about it before, Louis XIV, I think, I could be wrong on that, on which Louis it was. He had an older concubine and kept her around. She wore new wigs, brought new attitudes. She stuck around forever, and he took care of her until she was extremely old because she always spiced it up for him. Sexually, she aroused something else. Because men, we are simple. We try to tell y'all this. We usually tell you what we want. Now, in that guy's case, he's an addict, right?
Yeah.
So he's unstable. We're all addicted to something, but he was addicted to things that were literally pulling him down. I'm addicted to working. I'm addicted to I'm next goal. I'm always climbing a new mountain. It's never good enough. That's my addiction, right? But I know, and because that's stable, it takes discipline to do that. I know what I want. I know exactly, like my wants don't change that drastically. Like, I'm simple. I want to be talked to like I'm a grown-ass man.
Right.
I don't care if I messed up. I don't care if I did whatever. Talk to me in the tone that you just spoke to me in. We need to have sex on a regular.
A little bit of food.
If she cooks, that's a bonus. I'm with it. Yeah, that's great. If she cooks, and if she cooks well, that's even better.
What if she just brings you food?
Cool.
From somewhere.
Cool. Like just and be loyal.
Right.
Like, look, I will go to war. Like, I will literally build a new house. I will mess it up 1,000 times, but I will build a new house for that woman. That's all I need.
But will you paint the room?
I will paint. Yes. Yes.
That's all she wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think that that's a man, right? We keep circling back to that. But a woman who's been treated right will rebuild that house with you 1,000,000 times over, and she'll make it home. It won't just be a house. Anything that you give a woman, she's going to give back to you tenfold.
And I think they only learn that when they have a dad. Or over time, or a male influence.
I think I've always known that what I bring to the table is that I'm ride or die. I'm here until I am pushed past that brink, right? Mm-hmm. And it has to be, it's bad. My boundaries should have been way better than what they were.
But it's not about the ride or die. It's how you speak. Mm-hmm. So like you said, you've learned how to speak.
And then over time, yeah.
If you had a dad, you would have known that.
I would have been able to stand in a power that was different. Not necessarily would my words have changed. I think I could have probably done it better, but I think I still have those same feelings. Yeah. I would have been able to stand on it, though, instead of feeling like, what if I say this? Who am I going to go to? Who's going to support me? Who's going to,
you know what? You
have
my
back?
Safer with men.
Right.
There it is. You would have felt safer with men overall.
Right.
Which then maybe you don't stay with this guy as long as you did, or maybe you don't pick this guy because you just look at men differently.
Right. Because I know my dad would be there. My mom even would be there, or somebody. Like, I would have support through some adult figure that was more involved.
You need to come back next month. Like, this might have to be a regular thing, because I think
I have some ideas already.
Yeah, like there's topics that I seen on your notebook that we didn't even get to.
Yeah.
Like, where's the questions what can I see number 1 real quick? She's hyper independent, struggles to receive help. What I said, man, only women want to be independent. Hyper independence, man, that's
hyper
crazy.
Independence comes from the lack of being cared for, stability, all of the things.
That's amazing, because when a man doesn't get cared for and a man doesn't get love his entire childhood, he does not go out looking to be hyper independent. Do you see the difference?
I think there's a difference. I think that it's just like the expectation, though, then. I mean.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm hiding behind you.
Yes.
I'm hiding behind you.
But now, here's the question, and it's the mummy question. It's from Mummy or Scorpion King, one of the two. No, Mummy. Mummy with The Rock in it. Okay.
I've never seen it.
Okay. Both men are hanging on a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
One woman, both of them, they got their ride to dies there. One woman runs away to save herself. The other woman comes back, even though the man says, go, go, go. She comes back to save him. Which do you do? Both of them, which do you do? Just say it.
My instinct was to say that I would go, and I wouldn't be able to run. But as a single, no kids, me, or somebody that has kids.
Hyper independence.
I would.
You know what the man does, regardless if there's kids? He saves that woman. He dies saving that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's biblical, and it's biblical.
Yeah.
Save your spouse, you can have more kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is so different now. Society has painted it so different. Because you have kids, you're gonna run out, and what are you gonna? You think you could survive just you and your kid?
I know that I can't.
No, but you're gonna have to now go under another man.
But but
Do you see?
I don't want someone. Here's how I look at it. I know that somebody else could take care of my kids, but they're not going to do it how I can. They're not going to love them how I can.
The same about the father. And the father, I would say, is more important. And
I
stats
haven't
now
known
back
that to
that
be
up.
true. So
I
that's for
know,
me.
I know.
Yeah.
And that now do you see why I keep going back to the father? And I don't blame women I blame men. I'm harsh on men.
Mhm.
Don't get it twisted.
Mhm.
You could, the women, my exes everybody in my life, friends too, can agree I'm an asshole. The women can agree that I'm an asshole. What they can also agree upon is that I'm there.
Mhm.
I'm a father. If they need something, they know I can be there,
Okay.
right? Like I'll be an asshole then, because in order to be a leader, you have to be an asshole. So
You use the word asshole, but I think it could be subbed in for other words. Direct.
Sure, yes.
Direct doesn't
Hyper-independent.
always mean asshole.
Hyper-independent.
Mhm.
Your hyper-independence makes you run out. Here's the thing. The woman that ran out, both her and the man died. The woman that saved the man, he was able to then save her later to help her get out. They both got out because she needed him at some point.
So I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if that's what happens. But in my head, what happens is we both stay. He's there, I stay. And if he's on that ledge, he pulls me down and we both die. And my kids have nobody.
No trust.
So that's where my head went. So
okay.
why am I risking mine and his life when he's already gone? Because that's what I've done. I've put myself.
This is the beauty.
Mhm.
You know who you don't trust? So please say what you truly believe. Who don't you trust in this equation?
Myself to save him.
Do you really believe that?
I don't know.
Do you really believe what you're saying?
I don't know.
Or do you not trust him? Because you
I
said
100% don't trust him.
Okay, here's the thing.
Because he'd take me down instead of helping me.
Wow.
He would pull me down to push himself up.
Wow.
That's what he did do.
He didn't do that.
I allowed that because I didn't have boundaries.
You didn't trust in yourself. You didn't believe in yourself. You allowed yourself to get pulled down.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody
Thinking
can
I
just
was
pull
doing
you.
it for the sake of him or for our family or to protect my kids.
Yep. If I'm falling,
Mm-hmm.
if I got my hands up here,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I got the cliff, and you grab me by my sleeves and start pulling me up, even if I slip and I fall, you can still let go at the last second.
That is not where my head goes.
But again, knowing if he was too heavy to be pulled up and may pull you in, would tell you to let go.
And he did. He said, no, go. And she couldn't imagine her life without him. She helped pull him up.
Mm-hmm.
It could have still pulled her in.
Yeah.
And they had a kid.
Mm-hmm. So then if it plays out different, now I'm going to have to watch this movie. But if it plays out different than what my visual on it was, I'm thinking, like The Lion King, where it's like Scar.
Yeah.
But
even that.
But it ends up.
You have.
That's a relationship that has malice in it.
Yeah. See, this is where I think just this simple, just a simple movie. And like you could watch just that one, but I don't know if you'd understand their dynamic the same way without watching whatever ones were before that one. And understand where it's coming from. So my point in saying that though is it's my job as a man to tell you, Corey's right, to tell you to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Save yourself. It's your job as my woman to understand if you don't pull me up, your odds of survival go down drastically. Mm-hmm. Now, because now you pick another man. What if that man is abusive? Mm-hmm. What if he beats you and the kid? Now, double the trauma. Mm-hmm. If you just raise that kid up by himself, yeah, you could. That would actually be better because at least his father died a hero. And He'll never have to work. Like, you see the difference?
It's so different than what my life is. So like for me, I can empathize with that and I can understand it. And I do. Like I genuinely do think I can see that. It's in my scenario, I'm looking at it. It's just,
but it's not,
how
it's
it
not
is.
there anymore.
Yeah.
So do you see, you are always going to have a cracked mirror.
Yeah. And
but it's important that you decide to look through it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Fix the mirror, which means love you and trust you, that trust that you're going to be okay, and trust that you are going to pick the right kind of man, and that you're going to pick a good man. And if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You just pick up the pieces and you keep moving forward, because what's done is done and you can't go back. I love the biblical aspect of this. You, husband and wife first, kids second.
Mm-hmm.
Husband first, wife first.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If we're in the ocean, I have to save you, you have to save me.
Mm-hmm.
We can make more kids.
Mm-hmm.
If
I understand that, I can't like.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I have 2 kids. I get it. I love my kids.
But the best for the family unit is seeing that devotion and that care and that 100%.
Yes, because what's the chances, especially now, we don't live in a society where we have to worry about that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
They lived in that society where there was famine, disease, all these things. We have to ride for each other. Someone could come into our hut. An animal might hunt us down. Like, we have to worry about that.
When it's reciprocated, that's ideal. That is perfect, right? That's what you want. When you do that and your partner doesn't, that's why That's
why it's important as a woman to pick your mate.
Right.
Like and if I say that, I've had conversations with women. Why is it only on the woman? Because y'all control who gets in between your legs. You control access to that. You fully control who you let in.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to let a certain type of person in, vet that person.
Mm-hmm.
You used to run your own business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do a background check? Before, if you hired someone, well, let's say you start a business right now.
Okay. You
do a background check? Do you check a resume? Do you call former employers?
Oh yeah, I will. I would. Yeah.
Do the same for a man. You can start asking questions.
Yeah.
See how, before you give up that booty, see how that relationship is with mom and pops. See if they got kids. See what that relationship is like with the kids.
I think coming from a bad relationship, you look at things differently though too. Like things I would have done or wouldn't have done before, I would do now because I have more to lose.
Yeah.
Not more to lose, but different.
You got to watch the Mummy now.
I will.
Mummy. And you said, you mentioned Lion King, right?
Yeah. That was the visual, is that big ledge. And
here's something for you. In the very first Mummy movie, Rafiki, when he links up with Simba, to get Simba to go back, what do you remember that scene?
So he finds him, hits him over the head with the coconuts.
Yep. And he said, that hurt. Yes, it does. The past hurts.
Hurt. Yeah.
He swings that stick again. What does Simba do?
Ducks. Because he remembers.
He learned.
Yep.
You moved on past it. But if you don't learn from it, if he would have just said, that hurts, and he focused right there, he gets hit again.
You can either
I tell my fighters this all the time.
You can either run from it or face it.
Yeah. I tell my fighters, like, look, if you're worried about that punch that you just got hit with, you're going to get hit with 2 more.
Right.
No. The punch already happened, done. How can you stop it? Well, I could defend it. Yep, defend it. Because if you run away, you're going to get put against the ropes of the cage and get smashed.
Yeah. I do think you have to learn from the past, right? Yeah. Like we were talking about that. So you have to focus on it a little to move forward, but you can't sit in it. Uh-oh. You need a pen?
Nope. If you no. If you're walking down the sidewalk and you trip right there on that weird spot because it's a different height and you weren't paying attention.
I'm in heels,
Do you walk backwards and then walk forward again and then walk backwards and go forward to learn from that? Or do you walk forward and say, oh, I just got to pay attention. I got to watch. I got to look at where I'm going. But you know what you're doing in that whole process?
Moving forward. Yeah.
Bars. And that's how we're going to end this show right there. Thank you for riding with us, whoever did, for 2 hours on and off.
For 2 hours? No way.
Love y'all. You control you. Deuces. Peace. We out.
Shit, I'm about to go wait in this place when you dropping the bass in. The beat is like the streets of awaken. I'm making to break my foot off of somebody's ass. I'm waiting for someone to say my name so I can annihilate them. Okay, then everyone was screaming the rape when I was kicking at the gate till it caved in. Belly scraping by, but now I'm paid. Look at the paper I raked and I'm caking like Jay-Z and Drake. And I hate when people say that I ain't killing shit. The game is my playpen. I punch you in the face and end up breaking your break bands. I'm far from Hollywood. I'm posted up at the days in. Even though the industry say I'm the latest sensation. Drop the song at the board show. They're coming complacent. Mama saw me on TV with just a bum in the basement. You a Captain Saber, ho. You just be tucking the cake in. I fuck your baby mama in the ass.